Tales from the Tavern is honored, humbled to welcome Paul Thorn Band, Tales from the Tavern.
I watch my neighbors, something ain't right. I hear them fighting every night. I can't believe how much they fuss. Sometimes it sounds just like us. When you sing a song, insert your name. The problems we have are all the same. If you're above the ground, if you're under the sun, whatever mountain you gotta climb, you're not the only one. I told her, no man, you just don't know what I've had to go through out on the road. He started laughing and just shook his head. He said, boy, you ain't seen nothing yet. When you sing a song, insert your name. The problems we have are all the same. If you're above the ground, if you're under the sun, whatever mountain you gotta climb, you're not the only one. Life don't come with a guarantee. You only get so many heartbeats. It's such a blessing to be alive. Whatever happens, I'm satisfied. When you sing a song, insert your name. The problems we have are all the same. If you're above the ground, if you're under the sun, whatever mountain you gotta climb, whatever mountain you gotta climb, you're not the only one. This is a new piece I'm working on, and you want to hold it up and
Yeah,
look
well,
at it?
show me what
We'll
this
put it on the
about.
film. Okay, I'm gonna show you what this is. Sadly, in today's popular culture, you know, of music, mediocrity is king. There's a lot of artists out there that 46-year-old men, pretty boys, that's got mousse in their hair, is singing about missing girls and sitting by the telephone.
Yeah, man.
And you know what? I quit doing that when I was 15 years old.
Right on.
And there's a dumbing down that's happening to the nation that really bothers me and it concerns me. That's why this is a real scenario. These purple figures in this picture, they represent dung beetles. And dung beetles live in Africa. And their daily mission is to follow elephants around and eat their shit.
Yeah,
Because they put a high value on shit and they eat it. And in the world of dung beetles, the most important and most respected dung beetles are the ones that has the biggest ball of shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but there was this other person, it was a honey badger. And a honey badger's goal every day is to get up in the morning and find out where the beehives are and rob and jump into the beehive and steal the honeycomb because the honeycomb truly is sweet. But the problem is the honeycomb comes with a price, and that price is when you step into a honeycomb to get the real good stuff, it stings.
Yeah, man.
And you know what? It's very few people that's willing to put on that honey badger mask. This is me in the picture.
Yeah.
There's very few people that's willing to put on that mask and step into beehive because
Get the sweet stuff.
if you want that sweet stuff, it's gonna sting to get it.
Yeah.
It ain't free. And that's what I wanna be.
For some reason, I'm drawn to these 4 ladies right here. These 4 ladies sitting on the second pew. I'm calling it a pew. I'm pretending it's a church tonight. They sit on the second pew, and they are dancing from their waist up. It reminds me of a dream I had one time where I had 4 women buried in the sand up to their waist, and I was commanding them to dance. Yeah, and one of them had a Piggly Wiggly t-shirt on, which coincidentally this girl has a Piggly Wiggly shirt on. So, but you know, that's the devil attacking my brain, giving me impure thoughts. I ought not be thinking them kind of thoughts. So I'm gonna ask the Lord to forgive me now. Well, I'm gonna ask him to forgive me after the show. I'm gonna keep on sinning right now. Anyways, everybody doing all right? Here's a song that exposes the devil.
Ooh, that ain't nothing.
sure have treated us real good all evening. They gave us some nice food. The food was great at the restaurant. There was a lady named Tracy that brought us some sweets and treats over there at the green room. And she brought something that I hadn't had in a long time. It's really good. It's a pixie stick. Have y'all ever heard of them? I've had about 10 of them. And you have to tear the top off, and you don't sip it. You guzzle it. You just hold your head back, let all the sugar fall on your tongue. And then when it all is empty, then you start enjoying the flavor. And I've had such a good day today, I feel like it's time for me to give back to the world. So this lady here in the front, God spoke to me and told me to give her this pixie stick. I want you to enjoy that pixie stick. You enjoy it when you want to enjoy it. You don't have to eat it right now. I like to eat my pixie sticks in private. Anyway, I'm thankful to be here. Everybody's really been nice. I'm going to sing a song about hope for the future.
You know what the honeycomb is? It's connecting with people. And when I'm out here on the road, I don't want to go on the stage and say, hey, y'all, ain't y'all glad to see me because I'm awesome? I ain't like that. I want to say, I am so fortunate to see y'all because without y'all, I wouldn't be nothing. I'm just a mere honey badger. You guys out in front of the stage are my honeycomb. So my sting comes from this. I have to pull out of my driveway. I have to be away from my family. I got a 7-year-old and a 17-year-old. They're my honeycombs. My wife is my honeycomb. And I want to get back to them. But we live in a world where we got to survive. There's people that ain't got jobs. There are people that ain't even got 2 nickels to rub together. There's people that sleeping under a bridge. But God gave me a talent to sing. And so I'm going to be a honey badger. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have to miss my family. That's the sting I feel. But when I come back home, I'm going to have something for them. My kids is going to have some money that they can go to college. My house payment's going to be paid. And I'm blessed because they got everything they need.
Right on, man.
And I'm willing to sacrifice, and I'm willing to go out there and take them stings from the beat.
My first album came out in 1998, and I wrote the whole first album about this girl I was in love with that she left me because I cheated on her. It's terrible. I'm telling the truth. It's not good what I did, but it's the truth. And I wrote the whole album of great songs, trying to get her back. And the song I'm fixing to sing, I sang it to her, thinking it would melt her heart and make her want to be in my arms again. But all it really did was it empowered her. And it just made her have even that much authority over my life. So after that first album, I never wrote songs about groveling and whining, because them things don't work. But this is a song I sang to her that day when I learned the awful truth about the uselessness of these kind of songs. There's a black crow by my window with a teardrop in her eye. When the wind blows, weeping willows seem to hang their heads and cry. I used to hold you under this tin roof, and we'd make love to the rain. Now there's no lightning and there's no thunder, just a pillow where you used to lay. One day I'll be free, and all these memories won't bind me like a ball and a chain. I won't dream of you, no, I won't love you. Yes, I know someday I'll roll a stone away on Resurrection Day.
I've always been told. But is it out there in the great beyond, or is it somewhere down the road? One day I'll be free, and all these memories won't bind me like a ball and a chain. I won't dream of you, no, I won't love you. Yes, I know someday I'll roll the stone away. On resurrection day, I roll the stone away. On resurrection day. Thank you very much. I got a little 7-year-old daughter. Her name's Bella, but she's so sweet I call her Pop-Tart. And the other day I took my little Pop-Tart over to my friend Tommy's house. Tommy's got a bunch of farm animals, and I wanted her to see the animals. So we got over there, and Tommy said that the timing was perfect because some brand new baby chickens had just been born. And so we went out to the chicken barn. And when we got up to the chicken coop, it was some sad news. One of the baby chickens had fell over into the water bowl and drowned. So sad. But my friend Tommy, he picked that little dead chicken up out of the water and he started giving it mouth-to-beak resuscitation. And next thing you know, I ain't making this up, that little chicken's wings started flapping. He came back to life. We took him inside and we blow-dried him. And now he's doing good. He's full grown. He's making love to all the hens. And you know, when I saw that little chicken come back to life, I thought to myself, you know, if there's hope for that chicken, there's hope for me. And if there's hope for me, brothers and sisters, tonight, there's hope for you. Sometime when life hits you like a truck, you got to rise up. Got a sink full of dishes and clothes on the line. Wow, yeah. She's got a sweet little baby and a husband she can't
And up here, it shows the van me and my friends travel in. And it shows me in the back, my drummer Jeffrey sitting in front of me, my bass player Ralph, then there's Michael, Dr. Love, and then there's Bill Hines, and my manager Billy Maddox, who is not here tonight because his father just passed away at the age of 90. So he had to fly back home and be with his family. But we can't wait till he comes back because we sure are lost without him. He takes care of so many things that we're not able to do.
And you're pulling.
Yeah, and then behind the trailer, behind the van, we have this trailer, and it holds all our equipment, but it also holds all our dreams, because everybody in this van, me, all of us, we all have a dream, and that dream is to be happy. Same dream everybody else has. And but dreams ain't free. The only thing free in the world is a mother's love. Everything else costs something. Go to Walmart and ask them to give you something for free. They'll say, get the hell out of here.
Band's gonna take a little break. I'm gonna sing a few songs by myself. My mom and daddy, when they got married, she was 15 and he was 17. Different time back then. They put you in jail for them kind of things now. But they was happy. And my daddy started pastoring a church. I'm not talking about just preaching. He pastored a church at the age of 17. That's a lot of ass kissing for a young man have to do. You have to do that when you're a preacher, I know. Anyway, my mom has always lived in my father's shadow. You know, she's never been referred to as Earlene Thorn, which is her name. She's always been called Brother Thorn's wife. That's always bothered me because she was a good mother and took good care of me and my sisters. And so I wanted to do something for her that would immortalize her. And even when I'm dead and gone and she's dead and gone, her words will live on forever. Because this next song I'm gonna sing is her exact words that I wrote down as I heard her say them one time. So tonight, this song is not for Brother Thorn's wife. It's for Earlene. Thank you, I'm okay, I guess. I just need a little rest. I'll catch up on my sleep tonight. I ain't complaining, that's life. I've got blueberries in the yard. I bought 100 mason jars. I'm gonna pick them when they're ripe. Another season, that's life. Wipe that tear out of your eye. Behind the clouds, the sun still shines. You're in my prayers every night. Enjoy the journey, that's life. There's a touch of fall in the wind. Can't wait till you come back again. You're the brightest star in my sky. I wish you could stay, that's life. I know it's time for you to go. Here's a sandwich for the road. It's always hard to say goodbye. Ain't that the truth, that's life. Wipe that tear out of your eye. Behind the clouds the sun still shines. You're in my prayers every night. very much. Thank you very much. I used to believe, because when I grew up in a religious household, they told me that the earth was only 6,000 years old. And then, not too long ago, I was in a t-shirt store in Venice Beach, California, and a girl behind the desk was selling ancient shark teeth with a hole drilled in them and a necklace you could make out of the shark tooth. And she told me that them teeth was 60 million years old. And so when I heard her say that, I thought to myself, somebody's wrong. You know, what I believe about the afterlife changes every day because I get new information every day. We should all go through life not ever claiming that we possess the absolute truth. Just learn a little bit as we go and stay humble. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and Jews got their own version of the truth. There's a line in the sand, there's a war going on. They forgot to remember, you might be wrong. Carry your faith everywhere you go. Mix it with love and let it show. But keep your mind open as you move along. And always remember, you might be wrong. Why do we argue? Why do we fight? Everybody thinks God's on their side. Just count to 10 before you throw a stone. Whatever you believe, you might be wrong. Don't cut me off, don't say we're through. Just because I don't agree with you. You see, flowers grow where seeds of love are sown. You could be right, you might be wrong. Why do we argue? Why do we fight? Everybody thinks God's on their side. Just count to 10 before you throw a stone. Whatever you believe, you might be wrong. This song got me kicked out of the church. What's on the other side of life? I won't know until the day I die. If you feel insecure, you are not alone. 'Cause everybody knows you might be wrong. Why do we argue? Why do we fight? Everybody thinks God's on their side. Just count to 10 before you throw a stone. Whatever you believe, you might be wrong. Thank you very much. There's a lot of songs. Oh, by the way, does anybody have on their computer one of them things called Facebook? Raise your hand if you have a Facebook. If you have a Facebook, please become a Paul Thorn Facebook fan because I write comments on my Facebook every day. I stay in touch with my fans. I communicate with them. And I can let y'all know when I'm coming back into your area. And we can see each other once a year. And we can watch each other slowly, physically deteriorate. Some of us faster than others. That depends on how well you take care of yourself. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of songs been written about being in love and sitting by the fire and sipping champagne and being together for 50 years and being in love and all that. And this next song I'm gonna sing, it has the exact opposite sentiment of one of them songs. This is a song for a certain group of married people that each night when they kneel by their bed, they pray that their mate will pass away. I got lucky on my birthday. My wife reluctantly let me have my way. She said, this is for you. Do what you must do. Let me know when you're through. I thought things would change when we tied the knot, but the life I dreamed of ain't what I got. When she says no, she means no. Hell no. I couldn't get laid when I was single. If you threw me in a woman's prison, I am the poster child for total rejection. Celibacy is a cross that I must carry. I couldn't get laid when I was single, so I guess I'll just stay married. I always say I wrote this song, but it had to come from God to be this good. You know, I give God all the honor and praise tonight. Somebody can write a song this brilliant should be playing in football stadiums instead of tiny bars. You know what I mean? Anyway, this last verse, it speaks to all the men. And on the last chorus, I'm going to bring out my special guest backup singer, Miss Shaniqua. I've got a bulldog. He lives on a chain. I know what he's going through. I feel his pain. He don't have no fun on that doggy run. He never gets none. He's got potential if he could get free, but he's on a short leash, just like me. He goes through life with hungry eyes, watching bitches go by. I couldn't get laid when I was single. If you threw me in a woman's prison, he's in a prison. I am the poster child for total rejection. He's so pitiful. Celibacy is a cross that I must carry. You ain't getting none. Couldn't get laid when I was single, so I guess I'll just stay married. We're gonna ask the band to come back out.
What's this?
That right there is a dung beetle that has he's got tears coming out of his eyes because even though he's a dung beetle, he's realized that there's got to be more.
Yeah.
And so he says, I'm getting out of here. I'm tired of eating elephant shit.
What do you got, 15 minutes?
15 minutes represents today's music. Everybody comes out, they win American Idol, and they run them through the machine. They get some professional songwriters to write them songs, and then they put them with a stylist, and they put them on TV, and they sell a few records, and they fool the dung beetles into buying more defecation on CD.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for 15 minutes because the only thing that's ever gonna last is the honeycomb, which is sweet, but it's hard to get.
Yeah.
You got to travel around in a van and follow your dream to taste the honeycomb, my friend.
Right on.
My daddy was a preacher. My uncle, his brother, was a pimp. I ain't making it up. It's a story of my life. My pimp uncle made his living off women for 10 solid years. His fingernails never had no dirt in them. He's not proud of what he did, but the street wisdom he gained, he's passed it on to me. And I'm so thankful for that, because as I went out into the broader world, it has really served me well. I lived a sheltered life until I got around my pimp uncle. And I'm thankful for every moment of it. We all have mentors in our lives that help us get who we are and become who we are. You need to go to them every once in a while and tell them thank you. It's important, because tomorrow they might not be here and it's too late to tell them thank you. This song says thank you to my father and my uncle. My daddy had a Cadillac, my uncle drove a Ford. One was Satan's angel and one worked for the Lord. They had some hard-earned wisdom, they both became my teachers. I was a young disciple of pimps and preachers. And be proud of who you are. Get out there in the game. Don't sit up in the bleachers. That is the philosophy of pimps and preachers. One took me through the darkness, one led me to the light. One showed me how to love, one taught me how to fight. I guess you could say I am an overachiever, and I owe a debt of gratitude to pimps and preachers. turn on the radio today, you hear all these songs sang by pretty boys with moosed hair about groveling and begging and whining. And I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't nothing about Paul Thorn. I believe in being good to a woman, but I ain't no beggar. This is a song about how bad it is to beg and how good it is if you don't. You close in the middle of the night. You pull away just when it starts feeling right. I've tried everything to make you want me. If you think I won't go, girl, just wait and see. I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna plead. If I ain't what you want, you ain't what I need. I wanna be your man, but I ain't gonna crawl. So make up your mind, girl, if you want me at all. Don't take me for granted. You better believe you're standing on the edge of a bad memory. I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna plead. If I ain't what you want, you ain't what I need. I might fall in love, but I won't fall to my knees. I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna plead. I'm going back to Mississippi. I might fall in love, but I won't fall to my knees. I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna plead. If I ain't what you want, you ain't what I need. I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna plead. If I ain't what you want, you ain't what I need. That's it.
So I started boxing. And the next thing I know, my uncle starts taking me to these boxing tournaments on the weekend. And I started winning all these fights. I started knocking everybody out and doing real good. And I became a force. You know, I mean, everybody I got in the ring with, I was just knocking them out. And it kept on going. It kept on going. And, you know, when I was learning how to box, my hero was Roberto Duran.
Right
I
on,
had this
man.
picture. I had a poster.
Manos de Piedra.
I took a picture out of a magazine I got. It was a KO magazine, Knockout magazine. Had a picture of Duran standing like this. I had that thing on my wall, and he was my hero. And then after fighting amateur and winning all these fights, I turned pro. I was winning all them fights too. And then one day my uncle came to my trailer and he said, Paul, he said, I've got a fight for you. I said, all right, let's do it. He said, this is something different.
Wow.
He said, I got you a fight with Roberto Duran.
Man.
He said, Paul, he said, you've beat all these good fighters and you did a great job, but we're fixing to try to take it to the next level.
Wow.
And I said, we're going to fight the great Roberto Duran.
What did you think?
And I said, man, are you joking? I said, I got his poster on my wall. What are you talking about? He said, do you want this fight? I said, yeah, I want it. I want to try to see if I can be as good as he is. And so having never...
So at that point, what age were you?
I was in my very early 20s by that time. But anyway,
yeah.
So I went to, we all went down to Atlantic City, New Jersey. The fight was televised on USA's Tuesday Night Fights. And I had won a lot of fights, and I was a good fighter. But, you know, being a good fighter ain't the same as, say, if you're a good basketball player, a really good basketball player, but you scrimmage with Michael Jordan.
Right.
And you'll see the difference.
Right.
And so that's what happened in that fight. You know, the fight was scheduled for 10 rounds, and I fought Roberto Duran.
Right?
I fought Roberto Duran as hard as I could for 6 rounds. I fought so hard. I tried my best. But he suckered me. I'm going to tell you why. Because my uncle gave me a tremendously effective strategy on how I could have won that fight. But my inexperience and naivete and greenness didn't let me do it. He told me, he said, Paul, when you go into the ring with Duran, he said, do not go to him. Do not move forward. Do not move forward. Because in spite of what people think about Roberto Duran, everybody thinks he's a move-in slugger. He's really not. He's what they call, he's a counterpuncher. And he said, Paul, if you go to him, he's going to kill you. Yeah. He said, let him come to you. And my youth and inexperience said, well, if I go to him, the crowd's going to boo and they won't like it. That was my ego talking. He said, look, the burden of proof is not on you. You're nobody. He's Roberto Duran. The burden of proof is on him. So let him come to you. And for the first round or two, I'd listen. I waited. But he wouldn't come to me. And so I got impatient. He suckered me. He waited. He was more patient than me. That's why he's Roberto Duran and I ain't. I tried to, all of a sudden my impatience and I tried starting to go in, and it was just like my uncle said. When I went to him, he started counterpunching me, and he was a master.
And he was a master. Right?
Yeah, you know, everybody says he hits hard, but I fought a lot of guys that hit hard. That, to me, really wasn't what made him special. What made him special was how hard it was to hit him. He had defense and the ability to move his head ever so slightly.
Wow.
You could throw a punch, and he wouldn't just like bolt and jump out of the way. He'd just go,
wow,
just like that. And when your punch would come this way, he would move his head, and while you were still extended, there comes the counter punch. Bam! And he would hit me with counter punches all night.
Did you see it coming?
And so, yeah, I could see it coming, but I couldn't do anything about it because there's a reason he had nearly 100 knockouts on his record, because he knew, here's the secret, and here's what makes him great, here's what makes anybody great, whether you're on stage or on any athletic court. the ability to relax under extreme pressure.
Before I go any further, I want to introduce all the talented gentlemen that's up here with me tonight. First off, over here on the bass guitar from Portland, Oregon, Ralph Friedrichsen. Back here on the drums from Nashville, Tennessee, Jeffrey Perkins. Over here on the keyboards from my hometown, Tupelo, Mississippi, the great Michael Graham, Dr. Love. And last but certainly not least, from Lookout Mountain, Georgia, on the lead guitar, he won first place in the 7th grade talent show. He's playing Johnny B. Good. Bill Hines, everybody. You know, we all have scars on our heart on account of love. But now, we over them. And if we saw them broke down on the side of the road, we would wave as we went by.
I was standing by the window in my boxer shorts on a stormy night, blindsided from out of nowhere. You said goodbye, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Time's healing my heart. Some days this deep cut just stops bleeding. There's only a scar. I have a good day every now and then. I count my blessings on one hand. I start believing the sun will shine again. I have a good day every now and then. That guy you're seeing is a pretty boy with a hard-bodied physique. Armani suits, a black Mercedes, and he's younger than me. But I ain't missed a day of working 2 whole weeks now. I didn't drink last night. I looked at your picture and shed just one tear before I turned out the light. I have a good day every now and then. I count my blessings on one hand. I start believing the sun will shine again. I have a good day every now and then. Sing it, come on. I have a good day every now and then. I count my blessings on one hand. I start believing the sun will shine again. I have a good day every now and then. Sing it by yourself. I have a good day every now and then. I count my blessings on one hand. I start believing the sun will shine again. I have a good day every now and then. I have a good day every now and then.
Well, I've been doing this full time since 1997. I was playing in a pizza restaurant and working in a chair factory, a furniture factory by day, and boxing at night. Because when I was boxing, even though I was good, it's just like any other sport. You got to be at the absolute best to make make the bucks.
Right.
But I got discovered, playing in a pizza restaurant by Miles Copeland,
Oh, yeah.
who manages Sting and the Police.
Sure.
And he plucked me out of this furniture factory, and this factory and this pizza restaurant I was playing in. And I got offered a record deal and a publishing deal, and they gave me money to live on. It was a dream come true. And you know, being a minister's son, I never was allowed to go to concerts when I was growing up. So the first time I ever went to a concert in my life was I was opening for Sting. Yeah, that's right. That's
On a hot Sunday evening, I was driving in the country She answered, Mama, don't worry, he's a real nice man who's broke down and ain't got a way home. Yeah, they gave me a ride. I gave him $20 for the trouble and a tank of gas. It was a day I'll always remember. But if my wife ever asks, I'll say I was a long way to below. A long way from too below. Yeah, I was standing in a place nobody knows. I was a long way from too below. Yeah, I was a long way from too below. A long way from too below. Yeah, I was standing in a place nobody knows. I was a long way from too below. Bill Hines, Dr. Love, Jerry Perkins, Ralph Friedman, Paul Thorn. Thank y'all so much. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Tonight, as I've been doing this show, I've been looking into the eyes of some of the sinners sitting in the back row, the backsliding bench. That's where all the sinners go. But God is tugging on their hearts tonight, and Jesus wants to come into their hearts. So tonight, we're going to have an old-fashioned revival like we did when I was growing up in the Church of God Promise of Pentecostal Church. Somebody's been running from the Lord, but tonight they're going to be saved. They're going to be sanctified. They're going to be filled with the Holy Ghost. Oh, hallelujah. How many of y'all feel the presence of the Almighty God tonight? Thank you, Jesus. This is it. I saw a black man with a Bible and a sparkler in his hand. Hey, hold on. Hold on.